Good evening, Random Mania, and welcome to tonight's race between CFalcon and Thirwolf. This is game one of best of three between the two, and we are in our 2020 Random Percent tournament, which means nearly every flag that is available is 50% on or off, and we're not going to know until we get into it. Join with me tonight is John Tabin. How are you tonight?
I am well, thank you, Sassage Link. There are a ton of races tonight, but this is a great pairing to match up with Thirwolf, one of the top runners. CFalcon, no slouch in his own right. He does a lot of the voice group consternation races that used to be sort of Sky Bill's thing, but people still do that even when she's not around, and he wins a lot of those races, and so both these guys are very good. It should be a really good race. So his based on his looks like CFalcon's on console. I think that's recent for him, which is what the title, the file names are a reference to. So we're starting at the. What do we start with? We started with the power bracelet. We're starting at the and 8 bombs they started with.
Yep, got a full pack of bombs. I did not see Triforces, but good news for both of them as they get it at the same time. The wood sword is in its vanilla spot, only a couple screens away.
Yep. Both of them grabbing the sword right away, and yeah, they started with the power bracelet, so they could check that screen they started on right away, and it wasn't any road, I believe, which means probably vanilla any roads, although sometimes the any roads can be deceptive that way. Only one of them rolls vanilla.
And they were getting the bad news with those Octoroks that we have plus or minus 4 hit points on the enemies. Those slow red Octoroks were taking 5 hits to go.
Yeah. CFalcon finding level 2. And Thirwolf in exactly the same place right behind him.
And it looks like they have first quest on this too.
Yeah, it's certainly the first quest, level 2 palette, and based on the first few rooms, it could be the shape as well. So,
ooh, quick Triforce.
Quick Triforce, CFalcon dies. Unfortunately, these dark nodes are squishy, so re-clearing that room won't be that hard, although...
Ooh, actually, we have shapes too.
Oh, really?
Notice there was a bomb room to the left and to the right on.
Well, the second row has 3 rooms. Oh,
the first row.
The first row does
3.
Does not. Yeah, you're right. It's shapes. It's interesting because of the way the random percent works. There's the combinations of dungeon quests. Shapes show up less often than first and second quest, or all first quest, or all second quest, or first plus second in one combination or the other, just because of what options are on the menu. So it's a little bit rare, but we have seen it, and it looks like, yeah, it's looking like a shape.
Ooh, and we have 0 HP bosses too.
Yeah, HP all over the place in this seed. Thirwolf sees a heart container on the floor.
And got bumped by that blue dark nut. Looks like Thirwolf's gonna take a second try at that Dodongo.
Yeah, chat pointing out it's turning into a boss rush here. Based on what we've seen just in this level 2, kind of seems like the add extra bosses flag is on. And we see two heart containers on the floor now.
And even though you'd like to find a good item like the red ring or something like that at the beginning, it is also nice to be able to get some heart containers early on, especially when you have plus or minus 4 hit points.
CFalcon gets the map, sees those last few rooms. That's actually going to be red herring for him, we know, from Thirwolf's side, just because the 2 heart containers are both south of there. But Yeah, they did not start with any Triforces this time, it looks like. So, gonna have to find them all.
And it looks like CFalcon decided to nope out of level 2 after finding the 1 heart container, so
Yeah.
actually pretty good
He
move.
didn't see the other one, so did he?
I don't believe so.
Yeah. Because one of them saw it and died to it, but I think that was Thirwolf. I think he went back and grabbed it. So as far as CFalcon knows, there might be another item in 2, but seeing those 2 heart containers, it's possible that one of those was the Coast Heart, but it does make you think that maybe Heart Shuffle's on. Because even if Heart Shuffle's off, there's 1 heart in the item shuffle, but
yeah, it's a pretty good bet at this point.
Yeah, you're
not going to find that 1 item right off.
Yeah, if you see those 2 heart containers, you're at least going to stop to clear rooms to check it out, at least until you see the coast and get some clue in the other direction. They're buying a candle. This was not there was a candle in the Wood Sword Cave, so extra candle is on, but who knows how long it's going to take to find one that's free. So CFalcon making the same play, both of them choosing to buy a candle right away because they're getting some money off the bat, and it's not that expensive. So not. They're taking very similar routes. It's it's pretty interesting. Oh, and here's the any key: is the white sword item. It is more than 4 hearts. Is it 5? It's 5 hearts. So that heart, that heart that Thirwolf picked up out of level 2 actually made a big difference here. If
yeah, that's a big early break for Thirwolf.
Yeah.
And I didn't catch it, but as Jiggly Saint's pointing out in chat, we don't have Boomstick because the expensive shield in the shop was a shield. Yeah. Good looking.
Yeah, and it looks like... Are they all vanilla prices? I haven't been looking super closely, but everything I've noticed has been, so...
I believe it is, yes. Oh, plus 70 in the money-making game. That was a huge...
So the money-making game is randomized, but even if the other money isn't. Because in the vanilla game, the best you can do at money-making game is plus 50.
I get happy as long as I don't lose 40.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mixed Quest Overworld, because they checked one spot. They've checked 2 spots that only exist in First Quest, and only 1 of them opened. So they're gonna have to check Second Quest spots as well, which Thirwolf is realizing and wrapping back to the Second Quest spot. It does not open, but.
And the unfortunate part about having a mixed quest is you never quite know where to look, and you're going to have quite a few places you check that just won't open.
Yeah. In a mixed quest overworld, it is random. Everything that's in both quests will be there. But for example, you saw CFalcon check those 2 graves. The one that opens in Second Quest opened. The one that opens in First Quest did not. So they have to check everything, and things that are in one quest but not the other may or may not be there. And yeah, the actual screens that change are the Second Quest level 3 / First Quest level 2 screen is always a lake like in Second Quest, and the First Quest level 3 and level 5 screens are always those entrances. What sort of dungeons do we have? We've only seen level 2, and it was shapes. And yeah, Thirwolf did get the Triforce out of level 2.
And I did not see what Thirwolf picked up there for the Armos item.
It was the power
Not,
bracelet, which is which they started with, so it doesn't make a big difference. But what does make a difference is that CFalcon found a couple heart containers and doubled back to that any key and got it. So, well, he found a heart container in a cave and immediately went back to check the any key, which is smart play because it was Thirwolf's big advantage that he's now neutralized.
and
So both of them
go
have
ahead.
any key now.
And we're finally starting to see a little bit of a divergence in the routing. And we've got CFalcon checking Candle Row while Thirwolf's going through the grave and checking everything there.
They're both seeing the magical sword, which means that the white sword and the magical sword do exist in this seed. Since we've seen a lot of seeds where they're replaced by bomb upgrades because that flag, which is really designed for swordless flag sets, is 50-50 in random percent, but it's not in play in this seed.
And it looks like we have second quest level 8. So 7 through 9 are going to be second quest, and 1 through 6 will be shapes.
Yeah, just based on what we've seen so far in this level 8, it's looking a lot like second quest. And a second quest level 8 is a beast. It has a zillion staircases and a lot of rooms. And CFalcon's diving right in because he does need the Triforce out of here. And there are 2 basement items. And if Heart Trouble's on, there's also an item on the floor somewhere, maybe. So it could pay off.
And those gels are beefy. Looks like they're taking the
and beefy gels
full
are
+4.
Yeah. I mean, gels are obnoxious anyway, but when they don't die in one hit, they become really dangerous enemies.
Yeah, they have the most unpredictable kickback when you hit them, so you never know quite when they're going to go.
Yeah. Thirwolf joining CFalcon here in level 8.
Yeah, even though we had a little bit of a divergence there for a couple minutes, they quickly got back together and they're scouting up the same place at the same time.
And yeah, we're seeing. I think we saw a gel drop something. So, well, item group shuffle is definitely in play. Yeah, there's a. Yeah. Gels are normally non-dropping enemies.
And seeing that 5 rupee, I think Thirwolf's hoping that they start dropping some bombs too.
Yeah, well, CFalcon just got a bomb from a blue Gria, not an orange Gria, like normal, so that's something you want to take a note of. When you get a beat on which enemies are in the bomb dropping group, it's pretty important.
Yeah, that's a easy thing to get and easy thing to forget also.
Mm-hmm.
CFalcon found another Tridongo room. That seems to be the theme of this level 8 for the boss group.
Yeah. Also true in vanilla second quest level 8, but it's only in one room. I do think the extra boss's flag is on because we're seeing an awful lot of boss rooms in the seed.
Yeah, and fortunately for them, the bosses didn't also get the ±4 roll. They got the 0 hit point roll.
Yeah. To Dongos doesn't really matter because you still want to do the smoke and stab technique to get your bomb off of them. CFalcon finds the level 8 Triforce. He's grabbing it. Probably going to keep going.
Yeah, CFalcon doing the what I call the smart move and not continuing to dig 8 unless you have to.
Yeah, I mean, spending more time in 8 than absolutely necessary is always a gamble. It can pay off because there are some items in here, but it's a gamble. So taking that Triforce and going is certainly the higher odds play. Especially since it's only 50-50 Ganons required. They might not need anything but Triforces, so.
Yeah, and unless it's like a seed we called last night where it was both silvers and red ring all in 8.
Yeah. CFalcon's seeing some hints. They're pretty pricey. We don't know. Hints could be all community based on what the NPCs have been saying. They could be mixed. They could be. They could be helpful or they could be deceptive. So.
Yeah, and something you always want to try to gauge on is the hints you get in levels, but having shapes in second quest, we're likely not going to see very many level hints.
True. Ooh. CFalcon getting cornered on that ladder. Taking the up A and going.
Yeah, that's always a good call. If you know you're going to die, hurry up and up A. Saves you through the death animation time.
Sure, sure. CFalcon finding 100 secret. This being mixed quest, we don't know if it's mixed second or mixed first, meaning we don't know if there's one of those 100 secrets or 3 of them. What did that say? Oh, it said the old woman has a magic key in the Deadwoods, right? Which is true.
That's right. So, as of now, leaning towards helpful, but still could be deceptive.
Or mixed. Yeah. Mixed means helpful plus community. Community meaning jokes. So. And CFalcon's found level 1. It says Dodongo dwells along the river, which is true.
Alright, so we're 2 for 2 on the
This community is
hints.
not a joke, but this community definitely has jokes. CFalcon finding the white sword in level 1. That's gonna be helpful given all these beefy enemies.
Yeah, and I also wouldn't blame him to collect as many hearts as possible to get that mags over, what was it, I think vanilla level 6
Yeah.
first. Thirwolf checking the south coast there, not finding much, so gonna come up and check the ladder spot, and we'll see if that rolled to the vanilla. And
It's a
it
heart. So heart shuffle's definitely on because we saw 2 hearts on the floor in level 2 and the heart on the coast. That is more than 1 heart in the item shuffle. So so there could be potentially floor items in every level.
did. Ooh, and I think this level 1 has bosses in nearly every room.
Ooh. That's an annoying place to die because it's all the way up in the corner and it's potentially a staircase. Although he did already see a staircase item, but that could also be a floor drop. depending on which reverse C shuffled up there.
Yeah, that one had a shutter door in it, so that,
Oh, okay.
if anything, could have been a drop.
Thirwolf following CFalcon into level 1, so he should find his white sword pretty soon.
Looking like these ropes still take 4 hits to take down.
And yeah, definitely looking like 0 HP bosses, so bosses are squishy, but enemies not necessarily at all.
Only thing I've noticed to roll down so far have been red dark nuts, one of the easy ones.
Right.
And CFalcon finding the wand on the floor, that's also a nice help with damage boost.
CFalcon grabbing the Triforce. Did he see a second floor item in here?
I don't believe he did.
Now, he also didn't see both of the hearts in level 2, so he might not have caught on to Dungeon Heart Shuffle yet.
Yeah, it looks like CFalcon's more trying to do Triforce and go here, so we'll see if that pays off for him.
Oh, Chad is saying there was a heart container on the floor in one that he got, so he's done there, yeah.
Okay, so you got the full clear. And Thirwolf not far behind finding that wand, and he's probably going to grab the Triforce and hit out too. So we definitely have a close race.
Yeah, one definitely the offense upgrade level. They're both getting White Sword and Wand out of there. Thirwolf's going to keep going and looking for the other floor item, which I think we think is a heart, based on what chat's telling us. Ooh, there's a Dig Dogger. Heard you like Gleox.
Oh, I always love seeing that, a moonwalk into a cave.
Oh yeah, if you just like clip on the way in and the animation runs backwards. Always fun.
Yeah, it seems like if you try to do it, it never happens, but always happens when you don't want it to.
And Thirwolf finding that heart. The heart container in level 1 is in the Aquamentus room from level 7, not the Aquamentus room from level 1, because it's shapes. Everything's crazy. But no, it is not vanilla drop rooms, because if it was, then I think that would have been in the corridor rather than in the middle of the room.
And Thirwolf finding a large secret there. I don't believe that was the same one that was
I
found.
think it was. I think it was the same one CFalcon picked up from
Okay.
the northeast one. So I think that's still the only one we've seen. It could. There could be a couple of more out there, but there might not be.
And with the way these runners go, we're unlikely to see a blue ring pick up, and as long as they have enough to cover their meat and potentially arrows, they should be. And we have level 9 up in Casino Corner.
Oh, it is amazing how like they've diverged at times, but it is amazing how similar their routing is, just in terms because they're both doing it really efficiently. And there's a second 100 secret, so we definitely have first quest cave distribution. That so. And yeah, we do have second quest for level 7 through 9, and shapes for 1 through 6. Which they're both in pink tunic. I know Thirwolf always just sets it to random tunic, so it's just a coincidence for him. I don't know about CFalcon.
Yeah, that confused me at first. I almost thought they had the blue ring.
No. He's joking, but Bogey saying in chat, is this the semi-finals? We did have random seeding for this tournament, so you have these very good players just randomly running into each other pretty early on. Play a melody to obtain the book. Manhandle threatens with the book, and what did the one that Thirwolf just by say?
That was Sail Not to Save the Princess.
All right. So if those if they find level 3 and it's either level 3 itself is recorder blocked or the book is Dig Dogger blocked, that will confirm that the hints are all true. But we're not seeing. I haven't seen any community hints in the mix, so it's helpful or deceptive. What we. No, they did not start with any Triforce pieces. They found level 2 and 8 and pulled the Triforces out of there pretty quick. There were 2 heart containers on the floor and 2. Neither of them kept digging level 8 for items.
And they've both taken amazingly similar routes so far, so that's why they're even in the Triforce count and with the same Triforces. As CFalcon finds level 6, and Thirwolf
is about to
is
do exactly the same thing.
Yeah, 5 seconds behind. And I think that was Red Bubble, so it looks like we potentially have Swordless.
It's not slowing them down, at least. So.
And I didn't see any quick change of directions, so I'm going to assume Swordless at this point.
Yeah, looking like it. Especially since they're both switching to wand combat.
And Thirwolf finding the Triforce there in 6. Just got to find a way around and get through that vertical shoot room.
Korea grumbles on Death Mountain. So, given how much they've looked, you kind of have to think a lot of levels we haven't seen are on Death Mountain. if they aren't all item blocked. Ooh, ladder on the floor in level 6. So if CFalcon hadn't sussed out that Heart Shuffle's on, he certainly knows it now. And Thirwolf knows it from the Hearts he's seen, so he should find that too.
Yeah, it looks like CFalcon's right in the general area, so should be able to find it pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, they both got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You back with us, Sausage Link?
Yeah, sorry about that. I had a quick little disconnection on my internet.
Yeah. I'm sure no one noticed it except for me, but it made a beep in my ear. So, so I thought I'd highlight it for the audience, so just to give them a nice sense of being part of the action. So we haven't seen the basement item in 6 yet, and we haven't seen the Triforce, but I'm sure they're really like just going room for room together. So we're gonna see stuff soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think this is the longest high five I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the same tunic colors, the same route. If it weren't for Thirwolf being on emulator with those vibrant colors and CFalcon being on console with the composite palette, you might think we just restreamed the same run twice. So Thirwolf sees the boomerang in the basement. He up-A's out.
Yep, and Thirwolf also has the knowledge of where the Triforce is, so just gonna find that quick workaround and hurry up and grab it.
We know Aquamentus awaits with the wand is true. So far every hint that we've been able to confirm has been true, so probably helpful hints, although with deceptive hints half of them are true, and sometimes the untrue ones don't show themselves for a while, so just having the possibility of that. CFalcon.
Yeah, we've got a chance of finding all 50% right at the beginning, so...
CFalcon gets the compass, so he also knows where the Triforce is. He has not seen the boomerang in the basement, but he will soon, I'm sure. Probably. Yep, there it is. Oh no, that's that's transport. Okay.
Then we potentially have a quick push block room, but it's full of Pole's voice, but they apparently either rolled down or he's getting a good connection with both the wand and the sword at the same time for the double damage.
Well, I think it has to be both, because even the stacked Schwand damage is only 4 HP, so it looked like, 4 HP, so it looked like they were 8 HP at most.
Okay, I was trying to count there. I was getting 3, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I could have miscounted too, but it looked to me like they rolled down a bit. I find that A plus B swing kind of tough to do, but Thirwolf seems to be hitting it consistently every swing. So
Yeah, it's tough to do if you're using a controller, but surprisingly easy if you're using a keyboard. So just depends on your.
well, it also depends on your skill level. I remember talking to RC Drone once, and he mentioned that A plus B is super easy. I was like, okay.
If I can do it, anyone can.
Drone plays with the same type of controller I do. Thirwolf finding the red candle in level 5. I didn't see where level 5 was, but I don't think Thirwolf went very far, so I assume CFalcon's going to join him soon. Maybe we'll continue our...
Yeah, I think it's right here in Eastern Death Mountain. Probably one room to the east of where he's at now.
CFalcon buying bombs. Don't think either of them have bought wood arrows. Which, with the extra bosses we've seen, that's something I would think about, just because there could be a go mode or something.
Yeah, with that,
But
all
on the other
depends
hand,
on the runner. Some like to wait until they have the bow. Some just get it as a precautionary thing. So,
sure.
yeah, tough to say. Ooh, and Bogey making reference to if Fury rolled this seed, we'd have Meat Block, Darrow Block, Triforce, and 3, and Zelda only 3 rooms into 9. I think
Look,
that's in reference to.
we're less than halfway into this seed. We well, maybe a little more. We're about halfway into this seed. We still don't know if it turns out Ganon's required and they have to go find the bow and silver somewhere. It could still be a long road, but we don't know.
And unfortunately, I know which seed he's talking about because I had the honor of having to play in that one last night. It was horrible. Ooh, and we found Zelda's room, which means she will not be in her room in level 9.
Yeah, that is interesting, which means you won't necessarily have to enter Zelda's room from the south.
And CFalcon getting the news at about 5
that
seconds behind.
And they're both quite good, so I imagine they will remember that, and it will affect their strategy in 9.
And Thirwolf finding the recorder on the floor, that's a big find, and looks like CFalcon's only about a room behind.
Yeah. Now the recorder, depending on how the flag's rolled, can be pretty powerful. If it's Whistle to New Dungeons and Whistle to Unbeaten Dungeons both rolled on, their exploration's about to get a lot faster. We'll see what happens when they go outside and blow that whistle. It was the recorder, and they both got it. And yeah, even if the recorder flags themselves don't speed up their exploration that much, certainly being able to open everything on a Mixed Quest Overworld will speed things up. So CFalcon grabbing the Triforce. Blowing that whistle, let's see what it does. It takes him to
Vanilla Unbeaten.
Vanilla Unbeaten, yeah. It took it to First Quest level 3, so which is a Triverse he doesn't have. So it's the least useful combination of the flags, but at least it gets him over here. He's checking this spot that could potentially be a recorder spot. It's not in this case, but it is a second quest recorder spot. That's why he. Was there a bow hint? I didn't catch it.
I did not either.
Bow in 3. Manhandle threatens with the bow. All right, well that explains. If CFalcon saw manhandle threatens with the bow, then yeah, and he also saw a play a melody thing about level 3, right? So he's booking it to the recorder spots for sure.
Yeah, with that hint, it's 50-50 on if it's going to be Dig Dogger block or if it's going to be the level itself is blocked by the recorder.
Yeah.
So definitely checking the overworld spots real quick, which definitely not a bad move.
And yeah, CFalcon was a little quicker in and out of that 5, so it gained a little bit of ground. Did we see the floor item in 5?
Yes, it was the recorder.
Oh, right.
And level 3 was just one screen to the east of level 5, and Thirwolf decided to check that before checking for the unbeaten. So this is a boost for Thirwolf for sure.
Yeah. And that's kind of a tough break for CFalcon if indeed this is where the bow is and that matters. I guess I knew we got the recorder out of 5, and I knew we got it out of Givdo. What I really meant, did we see the other item in 5? Did we see the basement? Oh, yes, it was the red candle. Okay, so we're done.
That's right, yeah.
We're done in 5. Yeah.
And we have a segmented level 3. Level 5 was on the vanilla first quest level 9 spot.
Yeah, I mean, I think CFalcon just wanted to blow that recorder immediately, see if it took him to the undiscovered dungeons, and when it didn't, then he started checking recorder spots. He didn't just Thirwolf happened to pick the order of operations that works better for this seed. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how long it takes CFalcon to make it back up to that recorder spot that he whistled away from.
Yeah, and unfortunately for him, it looks like he's checking all the other recorder spots first.
Which makes sense. It's the one that's most out of the way once you're starting in the Deadwoods.
And the hint was true, we have the bow.
Yeah, I think we got helpful hints, unless...
unless we found every single
I called a race where we thought it was helpful hints for a long time, and then it wasn't. So I'm now going to say for sure, but it seems like you assume the hints are true for now.
I'm always leery of it, even when it seems like they're true.
CFalcon did not mean to get carried away by that whistle spot, although...
And having the start screen right on the any roads, there should be able to get back to that one pretty quickly and find level 3, so doesn't look like he's losing a ton of ground, but definitely did lose some ground on that.
Oh, and it looks like Thirwolf is now checking recorder spots too, so that might give CFalcon some time to make up the ground he lost. Now we did get the hint that level 7's on Death Mountain, so CFalcon gonna check these bomb spots, but...
When we have level 4 find.
Yeah.
So that shows us we have 4 levels in Death Mountain today, which that's pretty hefty.
Yeah, you always like the seeds where Death Mountain's completely empty, but sometimes it just has everything. So you better manage your bombs well. Got Heart Container on the floor in 4. CFalcon now just needs the Triforce and maybe the basement item. Although knowing that the bow is in 3, and there's a good chance that for Silver's in 9, although it hasn't been confirmed that that's on, but that's a flag that can roll. So if he finds the Triforce first, he may gamble and grab it. Just keep looking.
Yeah, and both runners have found quite a few items so far, so at this point, fairly safe to assume that we have Red Ring and Silver's in 9, but definitely not for certain. CFalcon getting that Triforce out of 4, and looks like he's going to be heading up into 3 here in just a moment. So we definitely have a really tight race again. Seems like once one runner pulls away a little bit, the other catches right up.
Yeah. So CFalcon's gonna clear level 3 while Thirwolf's doing 4. Did CFalcon never did find that basement in 3, did he? Or in 4? I mean, he just
I didn't see it, so
yeah.
I don't think he did.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much left that's going to make a huge difference, so.
Ooh, and this Petra is beefy, but then nice soft center.
Yeah, the Patra satellites are quote-unquote normal enemies, and only the middle of the Patra is a boss. So if you have 0 HP bosses, only one piece of Patra is going to be 0 HP. The part that's actually, most of the Patra fight is not.
Ooh, and CFalcon picking up the book, and the book is an atlas, so that definitely helps in these shapes levels, but unfortunately this is the last shapes level he has.
Mm-hmm. He will know immediately where he is in level 7 once he walks in, but also has to deal with all the wand flame. And there we'll find 7, speaking of which.
And, yeah, once CFalcon's able to get out of this level 3, level 7 will probably be the first place he checks, so it's just getting tighter and tighter here in the race. Ooh, quick try.
Ooh. Yeah, Thirwolf really took the right turn and pulled that Triforce quick. So, Thirwolf's going to be first into 9. But yeah, that Death Mountain Armos screen is almost certainly going to be one of the very next places CFalcon goes after he picks this Triforce up. So, not a runaway.
No, by no means. So, for Thirwolf right now, this is just going to be a matter of taking the right path in level 9. Definitely an easy thing to get turned around or not find the right path. So, this is going to be much closer than it appears at the moment.
Oh, did wood arrows matter for getting the quick Triforce in 7?
Oh, they did.
Ooh, that's gonna... that hurts. So yeah, because CFalcon, he was in the store, but he didn't spend the money for it. So
Ooh, and I think all the Gomas ended up in level 7. Already got 2 of them.
chat's saying they heard Ganon. We don't have sound, so I have to take their word for it. Yeah, I mean, Second Quest level 9 isn't big, so unless silvers are somewhere else, definitely Thirwolf is in the driver's seat now. I should say, unless silvers are somewhere else and are required, because we don't know that yet.
That's right, and Thirwolf right now is just gonna try to find some form of confirmation on the princess if Ganon's gonna be required or not. So, finding that room either with a shutter door that doesn't open or by just stumbling across a room. CFalcon doing a good job of taking down that Patcher with half a heart, and especially having the flame on the wand, that makes it difficult.
Now, I didn't see where the Triforce was in 7. There might be an alternate path other than that Goma staircase, so I don't know how long it's going to take CFalcon to get there, or if he even can, for that matter. So, if anyone has any insight on that, let us know.
And apparently the roar sound was the sound of my furnace going. Sorry about that. And we have a required Ganon.
Oh, so we've seen the shutter. So now Thirwolf's going to be looking for staircases and hoping to find silver arrows.
I want to say CFalcon is in the general area for finding that Triforce. I want to say it was in those middle 9 rooms. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So not having the wood arrows cost a bit of time, but it was not required. So.
So now for CFalcon, it's going to be a matter of either quickly finding the silvers or quickly finding Ganon and getting through that level 9. So we'll see here.
CFalcon buying a potion before he heads to 9. Thirwolf sees the compass up in the corner. He'd already seen that door, so he knew where to go, but he grabs it. So Thirwolf's still in the lead, but if CFalcon just takes just the right route and happens upon the silver, who knows?
Yeah, even though Thirwolf has a pretty big exploration lead in level 9, this is still far from over.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for CFalcon to steal this one, he needs to find this real quick, because Thirwolf knows everything else about this 9, except where the silvers are. Or if the silvers, aren't here, then it could get interesting.
And CFalcon doing the check-in and check-out in Ganon's room.
Yeah, Thirwolf's seen a lot of rooms of this without seeing either of the basements, so it's being elusive.
And CFalcon was getting ready to head up into a spot where Thirwolf hasn't checked yet, but decided to up A because he was getting bopped around by those whiz ropes, didn't want to use up his potion yet. And CFalcon getting pretty much right to the point of stumbling upon Zelda, so he's gonna get the information that he needs to solve his also. Or he's gonna head the other way. And right now, something playing in CFalcon's favor is the fact he has near full health and red potion, and Thirwolf has neither at this point. Oh, never mind, Thirwolf had a potion too.
CFalcon doing the double stab, he's found Zelda.
And these both items in level 9 are proving to be pretty elusive. Neither runner finding a single item in here yet. And Thirwolf finds them.
They are in the top of the M column, so see how long it takes CFalcon to go over there. If he going down that staircase is not the right way, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was only a couple rooms away from it.
Yeah. Now he could go up from here. Go up.
And Thirwolf making a beeline for Ganon, so he's getting ready to make some bacon and get the princess. Ooh, and a 0 hit point Ganon too.
And Zelda's only a couple rooms away. It's won't be long.
All right, everybody in chat.
Get your GGs in chat for Thirwolf, finishing with an official SRL time of 58:35. Now, CFalcon's pretty close to the end. He just needs to. Hey, Thirwolf, GG.
Yo, thanks.
This is a pretty exciting race. You were keeping pace with each other for a lot of the time. Your thoughts on the seed?
Eight Triforces, of course, and the recorder didn't do anything particularly helpful other than get lit 3, but yeah, it was a seed, all right. 9 took forever.
Yeah, for a second quest 9, we haven't seen the red ring on either side.
It's past the silvers in the top 4 on the right because I checked everywhere else. So, yeah.
And CFalcon has done a lot, but not that corner. So
yeah,
he's getting to the point where that's almost all he has left. This was extremely close.
Sounds like it. Ooh. But yeah, it seemed all right. Boss is 0 HP, but enemies ±4, so yay.
Yeah, a lot of bosses though.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember if you could get into the Silver Arrow room from the right here.
From the right? I don't know. I know the exit to the left was a one-way.
The answer's no, because CFalcon pushed and bombed.
Yeah.
He's one room away, but not in the right direction.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna try to find a way around on that.
Yeah.
It's being mentioned in chat by Sports Hefe. The arrow purchase you made was the main difference maker in this game. That made your level 7 a matter of seconds, and CFalcon had to find a harder way around because he did not purchase the arrows. So by doing that,
they weren't required,
saved...
but they did make 7 a whole lot faster.
Oh yeah, I was not complaining about that 7 at all.
Yeah,
Last dungeon, immediate Triforce, sure.
Even though he didn't have the arrows, it only slowed him down by about 3 or 4 minutes, and that ended up being the difference maker for you.
Yeah. I mean, clear all overworld until you're forced into Death Mountain where there's a level party, so... Shoutouts to Money Making Game paying out big.
Yeah, that was fun to see. Unfortunately, CFalcon not going through that key door to where we know the silvers are.
Yeah, that room's very unappealing, and as soon as you exit out the left, you get shuttered away in a room that you don't really want to clear, so, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like CFalcon's going to try to finish everything but that area right now, and he's probably going to be kicking himself once he finds either a staircase up to that northeast corner or ends up making it and finds those silvers.
Yeah, there are 2 staircases in the west I didn't take. They might have linked to each other, or they might have gone who knows where, so maybe.
Yeah, he's at the point, he's got 1 or 2 more rooms before he has to go up there.
Yeah.
And looks like he found a staircase up to that northeastern ear, so should be finding those silvers shortly.
Assuming there's an entrance from the right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Looks solid, but you never know.
Yeah, second quest 9 is may not be a big level, but it's a tricky beast.
I figured we were in for something when the entry room had 1 visible door, which is very unusual for this.
Yeah, I was wondering what does that. I always feel like that means something, but I'm not sure what.
It means get ready to get trolled. I'm not sure.
So I think CFalcon, unless yes, this is the red ring.
Red
so
ring.
He's finding the red ring before the silvers, but
Yeah, it looks like the red ring was one room away from the silvers.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can get to the red ring room from the silvers room. He's checking the bomb wall. It's not bombing. Does it walk through?
Yeah, he's able to walk through.
Well, that's good.
So he'll be finished with this seed pretty soon, because as soon as he burns these keys away, I think he's on his last.
He already knew.
He knew, yeah.
And the obligatory attacking of the silver arrows, definitely something I would do.
So Ganon not too far away. He's gonna be done momentarily here.
Yeah, with these flags 50-50, Ganon is just free, so single stab.
And CFalcon has made some bacon and is making his way over to the princess. Everybody in chat, get your GGs out for CFalcon. Don't have the SRL time pulled up, so I'm not sure what his time.
105.49.
Even though there was a 7-minute difference between the two, this race was much closer.
And we have CFalcon in the booth with us. GG CFalcon.
Thanks. I'm so glad that my level 9 map is nice and complete as always. Good lord. I hope Thur was ahead of me, because otherwise I feel like I threw it.
No, he was ahead of you into 9, and he didn't see the red ring, but he saw everything except for that ear. So you both got pretty.
Oh yeah, the red ring was the room right next to the silvers. You walked through the wall.
Yeah, I approached from below, so I had the 4 rooms in the top right that I've never looked at, and that was it.
Yeah, so you so one the reason Thirwolf beat you into 9 mainly was there was if you had wood arrows to kill that Gome at the beginning of level 7, there was a much faster path. So yeah, he picked up a lot of ground there. And you whistled away to see what the whistle did and didn't get back up to level 3.
Yeah, that was as soon as I blew the whistle, the recorder pulled me away. I was like, "Oh, expletive! Why didn't I check that spot?" I know I know level 3's recorder block because apparently I guess we had helpful hints. I mean, they seemed pretty helpful.
It seemed helpful, yeah.
Yeah, we saw nothing that was deceptive on their community.
Yeah, and I mean, Thirwolf did some overworld exploration to make up the time for that. I think 7 made the big difference. Was just that wood arrow purchase paid off.
Mhm.
But I mean, you both did really well for a lot of this race. You were just room for room. Like I think Sausage Link said, this is the longest high five I've ever seen because you were just clearing the same rooms one after another. Like,
Yeah, you guys were just neck and neck the entire race. Pretty much the main divergence was right after level 5, and unfortunately it did end up hurting you, CFalcon, but either way, this race was amazing to watch.
now, you guys are doing game 2 same time tomorrow. CFalcon, do you have a loser's remorse flag picked out?
Yeah, so the flag that I'm going to turn on was actually turned on in this race, and probably thank goodness. We're going to make sure we know what dungeon we're in tomorrow, which could have been bad if it was turned off with the... well, actually, the dungeon palettes weren't shuffled in the seed, I think, but it can be pretty bad if you don't know.
Yeah, it really can. So yeah, so no hidden dungeon numbers tomorrow, but otherwise...
Yeah, maybe we'll even start with Triforce pieces, so it'll kind of matter.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. That's the first 2 races I did. I started with 8 and 6, so seeing 0 was actually kind of nice.